You know, you're not getting any better at 37 nearly, you know, so you're only on a downward spiral anyway. So for my money, I understand boxing, I understand how it works. He's got nothing more to gain by doing anything in the boxing world. But it's only my opinion.
Talking all this bullshit!
At the press conference when my dad was saying he's the best he's ever been, he's the best man he's ever been, he's in fantastic form, but nobody wanted to report about that because it doesn't sell. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So a month later he comes out and says I'm retired and I'm no good and whatever else, and he's concerned for me, and that sells, so people want to talk about it. But in hindsight, my dad says a lot of stuff, and does it ever affect?
John Fury barges in the middle of the press conference and shoves his own son without warning, screaming that Tyson Fury must have his brain scrambled for even considering Anthony Joshua. The room freezes as cameras scramble. This is no longer simple fatherly advice. It looks like a public warning aimed directly at Tyson.
Well, it sits with me as nothing really, because they should have fought 6 years ago when they was both at the best, they was both unbeaten, and they both had belts. It was a fight that was never going to happen, you know, and AJ and him would have been a blockbuster, a lot bigger than Usyk, you know, but these things happen. You know, mountains sometimes miss each other on a very rare occasion, and these two have, you know, but it's gone now.
Tyson Fury tries brushing his father off, but that shove was more than anger. It was a warning delivered in front of the cameras. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua watches the family chaos unfold, and every second John Fury rages seems to shift the psychological advantage toward Joshua.
However, like I said, opinions of people mean little to me, and that's how I've been so successful my whole life, because I never ever took any attention to other people's opinions or concerns when it comes to my boxing career. I always followed my own path, whether it be good, bad or indifferent, controversial, charismatic, whatever it might have been. I always stuck to the game plan that I wanted to.
Notice the desperation. John Fury believes Tyson has nothing left to prove, yet he's publicly trying to stop him from taking this fight. That's not just protection anymore. That's panic. Joshua doesn't need the version of Tyson Fury from 6 years ago. He needs the fighter standing in front of him now.
Men have not got what they used to have. You know, and 6 years ago it would have been the fight of the century, or he said that, and I was the one gunning for it. You know, but Deontay Wilder, he put an arbitration in, won it, and here we are today. It's history.
Then Tyson Fury admits Anthony Joshua looks like a specimen before quickly trying to act like he doesn't care. His father has just confronted him, and now Tyson's own words sound offensive. Something appears to have shifted.
Really, for me, it doesn't really mean much. I beat plenty of unbeaten fighters in my career. But it means something when there's a rivalry there between fighters, but when there's no rivalry, like you don't really know the guy, have any personal relationship with him, then it doesn't really mean anything because he's just another.
While John Fury continues his confrontation backstage, Anthony Joshua stays calm, taking every insult as fuel. Chaos versus discipline. Right now, discipline appears to be winning the room.
I have. It's a lot of pressure, but this is just the life that I live. This is what's been bestowed upon me, and I'm in a position to perform my duty, and I'll do the best of my capabilities for sure. So yeah, I miss it, but I'm back because I understand my duty.
16 years later, the old sparring story is still being discussed because Joshua apparently left a mark that never faded. That's the same fighter John Fury now seems desperate to protect Tyson from. And old scars have a habit of resurfacing when the pressure is highest.
Before the rivalry started, saying he battered me, and this young heavyweight, you want to keep an eye on him, what happened? I mean, what was this? I think this was even before AJ turned pro, wasn't it? Or
16 years ago.
16 years ago. Right, okay. Well, if you want to, carry your strength from something that happened 16 years ago when Anthony Joshua hadn't even had a pro fight, but I don't know. I mean, all the reports that I heard was AJ battered him in sparring, but
Tyson Fury insists he's fresh, fast, and ready. But behind the cameras, his own father was screaming at him to reconsider. Something clearly doesn't add up.
So I think it is what it is. I feel fresh, I feel good. And if I was on a decline, I'd say it. I'd be the first to say, you know what, I don't think I've got it no more, and I won't box, but I don't feel as if I've lost anything. I feel like I'm in my prime still. I feel fast, I feel good moving, I feel everything's really good. I've been away in Thailand training.
Even commentators are questioning whether Tyson is still the same fighter. Peter Fury has also suggested Tyson shouldn't be taking a fight this dangerous. Duke McKenzie questions whether Tyson's legacy truly stacks up against the greatest heavyweights, adding even more pressure to the situation.
I tend to agree with John Fury. He's certainly not at his best anymore. I mean, how could he be after everything he's been through and stuff like that? So I tend to agree with that, right? But he was saying words to the effect of that the Wilder trilogies took...
Well, whether he can take him or not, he shouldn't be taking him, and he knows that. But when he's on his A game and he boxes, he can box. He ticks all the boxes, trust me. And he's exciting as well. And he does the right thing with this level of opposition because he's walking through.
You know, obviously Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing or another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't stack up.
Frank Warren has also distanced himself from the comeback, saying he wasn't the one pushing Tyson toward this fight and that he understands John Fury's concerns. When people around the situation acknowledge those fears, the warning becomes harder to ignore.
Well, I never asked him to come back or encouraged him in any way because that's got to be his decision. He's a very wealthy guy. Financially, he's set up for life and probably 10 lives older. But he wants to fight and he's in the gym. He's in tremendous shape and that's his decision. And that's his decision. Understand, you know, where his family are coming from. His dad's coming.
John Fury has repeatedly warned about fake friends and yes men surrounding Tyson. From his perspective, those people encouraged his son toward the toughest fight of his career.
He's alluding to Sugar Hill Stewart, the people around him. I assume that's who John's talking about here when he says, you know, people are acting like his friends and they're acting like they got his best interests, but they don't, and he's not listening to me anymore, and he should have been doing easier fights, which again, if Tyson's not fighting for a belt, I understand the need to fight a contender to get back to the belt, which is why I think it's kind of tough.
Dominic Engel defends John's outburst, arguing that underneath the shouting is simply a father terrified of watching his son enter a dangerous fight underprepared.
I think it was just funny listening to John because he is straightforward and people always say to me, oh, he's a nutcase, he's an idiot, he's kicking off. I mean, not really. I says that's the kind of public John Fury that you see. But if you've dealt with him, you know, off camera and behind the scenes over the years, you know he's a different type of fella. But he does get emotional when he's doing interviews, and quite rightly so, because it's his son. And you know, I don't care what anybody says, when you're in the position where John Fury is and he's kind of come through with Tyson all the way through the amateurs, everything else, no matter what anybody says, a proper father is always going to have the son's back no matter what. And in boxing there's so many sycophants hanging about waiting to take advantage.
Tony Bellew delivers another harsh verdict. Tyson Fury's window may have closed. His past achievements remain impressive, but they don't erase questions about what years of hard fights have taken from him.
He was a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division, but I think, once again, every fighter has a window. I think his window's passed, which I'm sorry for, because it's a shame, because he's beat some really good fighters, and he's been in some really hard scraps, and I think he's showing that he's worse for wear for them scraps now.
Johnny Nelson still sees Tyson as ruthless once the bell rings. But ruthlessness alone may not be enough against Anthony Joshua. Timing, sharpness, conditioning, and discipline could decide everything.
He's no nonsense. My man look at these big ass dogs that look like dinosaurs. He's no nonsense. He don't ramp. So when the bell goes, no matter if he's your friend or foe, it's going to try and knock you out. So, and that's the job it's going to. I think this can go one of two ways. One, it'll be a hard night.
Duke McKenzie sums it up brutally. Nobody truly knows what Tyson Fury has left. Talking confidently won't stop Anthony Joshua once the bell rings. And that's what's truly at stake. This isn't just another heavyweight fight. It's a battle for legacy, pride, and redemption.
Emphatic victory to wet everybody's whistle. Get everybody talking about him again. Ultimately, talk's cheap. You can talk up the fight all you want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to smash him. All the things that he may or may not say before the fight, because we're used to it now. We've heard it a million times over. What everybody needs to see is the proof's got to be in the pudding. What's he got left?
John Fury appears convinced Anthony Joshua could end Tyson Fury's career on fight night. If Joshua wins, he strengthens his claim as Britain's heavyweight king and silences his doubters. But if Tyson Fury pulls off the upset, he proves everyone wrong, including his own father, and completely changes the story. Right now, Joshua looks calmer, sharper, and hungrier, while Tyson Fury appears to be fighting pressure from inside his own family before facing his biggest rival. So who are you backing? Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury? Drop your prediction below.